So what's next in our series of 3 and 4 note arpeggios? Today we're going to do the minor 7th arpeggio. Good to know, fun to play, fun to listen to. Here it is. Hi, I'm John Liebman, and welcome to another edition of The Essence of Groove. Now, in the last few lessons, we worked on various iterations of 3 and 4 note arpeggios. We did 3 note major arpeggios, 3 note minor arpeggios, and we worked on dominant 7th chords. Now, you can review those. The links are underneath this video. But just to warm up for our minor 7 arpeggio, which we're going to do today, remember the 3 note major arpeggio, and we did 2 different fingerings of that. The 3 note minor arpeggio, we did the 4 note dominant 7th arpeggio, and just a quick review, we said that chords are made up of thirds, major and minor thirds, almost 100% of the time. So a major chord has a major third first and then a minor third. So in our example, in the key of A, we play the first note, A, and then a major third up from A is C sharp, and then a minor third up from C sharp is E. Major third, minor third. That's our A major triad. A triad is a 3 note chord, and an arpeggio is when you play the notes of the chord one at a time. And as I showed you a minute ago, we did that with 2 different fingerings. Very handy and practical to be able to play a chord across the bass. A minor chord has a major third and a minor third, but they're reversed from the major chord. In other words, instead of playing the major third first and then the minor third, we play the minor third first, then the major third. Here is a minor triad. And the alternate fingering, starting with our pinky, and then the C natural and the E. And we also did, as you will recall, the dominant 7th chord, which is a major chord, but with a minor 7th. Okay, the 7th, we said we break the rules a little bit because the G natural is technically not in the key of A, but we do that instead of going like this. So it's called a dominant 7th chord when you play a major triad, and then we go up a minor third from the 3rd note in our chord, which is the 5th, and we play the G natural. Okay, today we're going to do something that is very similar to the dominant 7th chord, but it has one very significant difference. Instead of playing a major triad with a dominant 7th, we're going to play a minor triad with that same note, the dominant 7th. And just like we've been doing with all the others, an alternate fingering, in case if you're playing down here, just to avoid any unnecessary shifts and to give you greater proficiency and a stronger command of the instrument, it's good to know more than one way to play something. We start on our pinky and play the minor arpeggio, the minor triad, and we go up a minor third to the 7th. And of course, as I've also been saying, once you get the shapes under your fingers, once you get the notes, you can plug that in anywhere else on the bass. Because of the consistency, the way the bass is tuned and the way the strings are each a perfect 4th apart. If you can play something anywhere on the bass, as I keep saying, you can play it pretty much everywhere on the bass. So try that and have some fun with it. And the other thing you can do, now that you're so well versed in all these 3 and 4 note arpeggios, is to combine them. Let's say you want to do a 2-5-1 in G major. Now we call that a 2-5-1 because we're going to play the 2 chord, the 5 chord, and the 1 chord. Now this is on a G major scale. That's our point of reference. So the 2 chord in G is an A minor chord. We'll play an A minor 7. Okay, all those notes are in the G major scale. And then we'll play a dominant 7th chord starting on D, the 5 chord. So this is a D7 chord. And then we'll play the 1 chord, just a G major arpeggio. Okay, we'll call it a 4-note arpeggio because I played 4 notes. The only difference is on the 2 chord and on the 5 chord, we played the 7th in each one. And with a G major chord, or any major chord, there aren't too many instances where, as a bass player, in your bass line, you'll play the major 7th. So that's why I play it. It wouldn't hurt to know it, but that's more a bass line, maybe a walking line, maybe in a solo. Or, what was that song by Chicago? Color My World? Didn't that go something like... I don't know, something like that. But anyway, for our purposes, let's just play the G major arpeggio. So have fun with all of this stuff. You've got your 3-note arpeggios, major and minor. You've got your 4-note arpeggios, major and minor. Combine them. Go from one to another. Try in different zip codes on the bass, different areas. And like I also keep saying, it is a good discipline to play in a confined, a narrow scope, a narrow area of the bass, because when you have fewer notes available to you, it forces you to be more creative, to come up with more interesting bass lines. And you usually do that by varying the rhythms. Have fun, try it, try all the different arpeggios, try the different combinations, and try it in different areas of the bass. And let me know how you make out. Let me know your experience. As you know by now, I love getting your comments. I love hearing from you. Love to get your feedback and your takeaways. So leave a comment. And as you also know by now, unless you're brand new, in which case, welcome. But I've got all kinds of tips and advice for learning bass and playing bass. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, please take care of that right now. Subscribe so you won't miss anything. And I'll see you right back here next week. Same time, same place, with another edition of The Essence of Groove. I'm John Liebman. Let's play bass.